Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. Midday money on a Thursday, a little bit before midday. Started a little early. I got a bet win repeat with Lenny today and Jesse Shule after the show on Picks and Parlays channel. And listen, if you're watching on Picks and Parlays, please subscribe over to Winning Free Picks. And even if you're podcasting after the fact, if you're on YouTube, head on over there. Like, we're on Picks and Parlays. Win Free Picks is like the backup sort of channel, sister page, whatever you want to call it. I do put on the Sean Higgs, but sometimes I'm not going to be live on P&P because we have a lot of videos and stuff. So, get on the Win Free Picks side as well. All right. There'll be some other things like previews and stuff. I can't post those over there. They'll get lost in the shuffle. So, subscribe to Win Free Picks, please. And again, put that notification bell on. So, midday money, look ahead lines, NFL college football previews, NCAA tournament stuff, conference tournament stuff, whatever. It's on Winning Free Picks. Sometimes it's on Sean Higgs. Winning Free Picks, so subscribe to the channel. The free picks are up in the chat. The free picks are up on Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Give me a follow there as well. Why wouldn't you? Added a couple plays from the Look Ahead Line show last night. But let's hit a recap of a bad day yesterday. 2-5. What am I going to do, man? Can't catch one. I said, I'll take a shot in Detroit. Of course, Texas rolls in like a gangbusters. The A's, no hit, perfect game. A perfect game for Domingo Germán. Was he using a sticky? Who knows? And then I lose the under, too, as well there. Yanks decide to start hitting. I thought for sure when they started hitting in ninth, I'm like, this guy's losing it. Like, you can't get up there and just do, 5 pitches, 3 groundouts to get the guy back out there to throw the ball. They got to tack on a bunch of runs. Either way, congratulations to them. So yesterday, let's recap here. So 2-5 into the O. Not good. We're down. Now we're down over 2 dimes here. 166, 206. Definitely have some work to do the next 2 months. And I say 2 months because when September rolls around, even the end of July, I like to take some pluses and stuff here. It is extremely difficult when guys or teams just totally send up the white flag. So definitely got a work to do here in July. Chip away at this, get it down. Now, last year we were down a little too, and we ended up plus 2,000, 3,000. Now, do I think we're going to get up that much this year? I'm not. I mean, I'm be happy to get up a couple hundred. We got a little hill to climb here, but we'll be all right. Today's picks, and there's a few. We added a couple from last night. We had the totals yesterday. We added a couple more today. So I'm rolling in on Pitt first 5 in full game plus 145, 165. I don't know. San Diego still being favored like they're in first place, sitting at 55 and 25 or something in the NL West instead of the fourth place team that they are. I know Busgrove's pitch well. I'll take a flyer on Pitt here. Louis Ortiz. San Diego's dropped 4 in a row. They, again, 175, 180. What do you? No, thank you. First 5, 145, full game 165, and I'll go under the 8.5 again. I'll get one of these. I got a win and a push yesterday with the total. A push here in the video. I had a win on the site. That being said, I'll come right back to the under here. Pittsburgh. Cleveland run line will ride the streak here. Kansas City continues to lose. And normally I'm not betting on a team that just dropped like 2 touchdowns in a game. But it's Kansas City on the other side. And I'm not a huge Bieber guy, but Greinke looks like he's really at the tail end, finally, of a kind of borderline Hall of Fame career. Give me Bieber here on the run line. Maybe Cleveland finds some more bats today. I need 4. Can I get 4 runs? I should get a win here with 4 runs on a run line with Cleveland. White Sox over, Lynn and Sandoval. I said last night, I think our guy Davis was in here. He's like, hey, how about the Angels minus 150? I'm like, how the heck are we taking the Angels with Sandoval laying that kind of number? I know Lance Lynn isn't all that great shakes. Well, the line has come down to 125 here from the nearly 150 last night. But I'm still on the over. I did it with Hanny yesterday here with Lenny on free pick. Same with the Mets under 8.5. Give me the Scherzer. Tim Rowe was saying, hey, how about Scherzer on the trade block? How about that for the Mets? Give me the under. He's pitched well, Scherzer. And we have a Brew Crew team that's struggles to score runs, we'll say. So struggles with the bat on the ball. And I'm not a big Met offensive backer. Scherzer at home's been very good. We'll go into the 8.5 here. Philly, streak time. 3 up for Phillies, 3 down for the Cubbies. I know Hendricks pitched uh, well of late since coming back, but I'll take the Phillies here. And it's tough to say because I'm not a big Philly guy, right? I'm not a. I think this is a sell team, right? I'm like, Nola's trade them, trade them, trade 'em. Now, do they overtake Miami? It's possible. They're there a couple games back in Miami. Atlanta, as good as they look, I'm concerned about their pitching, believe it or not. They need a little help. The offense is great. I understand. Pitching, I don't know. This Philly team, interesting. Again, the trade deadline. Can't wait. Can't wait to see what happens. Comment time. There we go. Let's go to the comments. Here we go. Michael A. Higgy, good morning. Going with the Angels team total over 4.5. Hoping for a couple dingers from Anaheim today. Well, I don't hate it because I like the over there. And I'm talking because I'm looking at the matchup and I'm hitting the back button on the wrong computer screen. So, Lynn, Sando, I like overs, homers for both, I should say. But team total, I don't hate the 4.5 there, Michael. Lynn is 640 ERA, 275 batting average against. Yeah, he's been bad. 19 homers. What's there to say? He's been bad all year. He's been bad. If anything, I put up 5 today, I think my head will explode. Well, don't say that. We don't need anybody's head exploding. And I feel the 4.5. Like if your team can't get a 5 spot, against the White Sox, and the Sox, listen, I said yesterday, Sox can score some runs, but like most teams, look at these lineups. They're terrible. They get rid of this shift. They do all this stuff like, it's gonna help the hitters. Every batting, you got everybody's under like 240. It's terrible. Steve, we got to start the show by saying congrats to Herman. Yeah, 24th. That's the 24th first King Felix versus Tampa. Yeah, scoring at 8. What happened there? And I kind of like Herman a little bit. I just like it's tough. To bet the Yanks, like they're $2 faves today. Do I want to come in and lay $2 with the Yanks off of a perfect game? I don't. I know Oakland's bad. Steve, morning, Sean. Gonna go back under 8.5 Yankee games. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna say no to the under Yanks. Why wouldn't we? They've been an under machine. Probably should have. It's still 8.5. I like it myself. I'll take the under 8.5 with you. I like Diamondbacks today. Here's the thing. I like this young pitcher for them, but I want to go back to the over. San Fran, I almost put in the chat here today. I almost put San Fran plus 125 in the chat. I actually crossed it off my list. And I added the Phillies. Just with San Fran, another bullpen kind of thing for them. And I'm not a Bissett guy. He has a 6 ERA his last 7 starts, right? 8 at Baltimore, 7 at Minnesota, 6 at Tampa Bay, 2 of which were earned, 5 versus Texas, 4 versus Oakland. But 3 of those were on the road, giving up a lot of runs. At home, he's pitched a little better. I do want to take San Fran. The line has ticked up a little bit here. A run line maybe at a 150. Phillies run line again. Oh, I like the Phillies today. You want to go run line? Go run line. I got them in the chat. 11-1 parlay. I got under 9 in KC. 8.5 in the Yanks. Diamondbacks. Red Sox. I don't hate these. KC can't hit. Yanks. No, they got 11 last time, but that's a total anomaly. They got a perfect game to boot. Diamondbacks. I don't know if I'm running to a Diamondback under. I know they don't score as much as they should for hitting, but are they really in a slump? Is it an official slump with Tampa Bay here? Now, granted, they weren't going to play crazy um, as they started out so hot, right? So you lose a couple games here. I don't. You lose 8-4, 9-4, 6-5, 8-6, 5. I mean, it's not like you're slumping to me is like a bunch of 3-1 losses. Like they're putting up runs. Okay. Teams lose. I usually get, pitcher gets hurt a little bit. I get a little banged up. I want to come back to the over with these two clubs because they could both hit, and I got questionable pitchers on the hill. Scott, what do they say? The Brewers money line and the under. They thought so. Definitely on the under. I don't know. I tried to brew. I said Brewers Monday. I didn't bet them. I ended up taking them Tuesday. They lose. I don't know if I want to bet on the Brewers. I know Scherzer. It's like laying $2 with the Mets, but he has pitched well at home. I would maybe lean to a Met first 5 here. Oh, that's me. I'm like, who's putting in here? Next chat up. Here we go. Steven. Dodgers run line. Emmett Sheenan versus Jace. Awful loss for coming to LA, huh? San Fran, I don't hate it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Zona, I understand against a bullpen guy, but Fatty has not been good in his brief call up. Under Mets for sure. KC 25-1. I'm not loving this one here, Steve. Jeff's in the house, headed to Dallas to see Brian Adams tonight. Jeff the Big Murder. You are, you book killing monster. The Brian Adams, like 80s Brian Adams? Like I'm gonna run to you, Brian Adams? Summer of '69. Michael, the Yanks put up 11 last night. Nowhere. Seriously. I got Josh Donaldson hitting. See, the thing is, the Yanks get a game like that from like Stanton and Donaldson. And like, look at this. We don't got to make any trades. I know exactly what I'm doing, Brian Cashman. Michael A. Rays put up 3 in the ninth against Saturday, but can't put up 3 against Zach Davies. I know. I'm not fat. Should I pass on text with a pitching change or no? Seager. I'm not fat either. I'm fluff. I like to think I'm myself as a little pleasantly plump. And yeah, so when I saw the pitch, it was last night. It was $2. I'm like, I'm thinking we're getting a Gray sighting here, but I see Bradford. I'm like, is this Chad Bradford still pitching? I saw him pitching 2,000 for the A's, but it's not Chad Bradford. It is Cody Bradford. I'm not looking to lay 150 there. I'm not looking to bet the Tigers either. I just say, no, thank you. Maybe you want to do a Texas team total. I'm not fat. Right? Who's pitching for? Is it Olsen for Detroit? Maurice, good morning. Hall of Fame game 35 days. Right around the corner. Right around the corner. Jets and the Browns. T-Money, do we really think the Pirates will keep rolling? I was liking Pitt, but then again, I'm like the chance of them winning after the game. Here we go. We know the Padres will drop 20. I don't know if the Padres will drop 20. I mean, they couldn't drop any of that. What, they dropped 1 yesterday? I mean, 1-4-3-0. They scored against Washington and Frisco. They put up 23 and then 2, 3, 4, 5. So is today they drop a 10 spot? Laying one. I'm not good. I'm not betting on the Padres to score 10. That's a loser. They're having trouble scoring 4. They couldn't score 2. Last 4 games, 1-4-3-0. Keller, Rich Hill, Mackenzie Gore, Josiah Gray. No, thank you. Astros today. I don't hate this. Fade Wainwright anytime you want to, Scott. I get it. T-Way trash just to get that maybe Padres show up, but definitely all the values on Pirates. Well, I mean, here's the thing. The Pirates, we knew the Pirates were going to be a bad team. Did they overachieve early? And people are like, oh, the Pirates are pretty good. Look at this. We're back. All right. That's nice to write about stuff in April. All right. The Pirates are who they are. They're a under 500 team. They win 70 games, 75. It'll be a super season for them. Now, the joke is on the Padres, right? This team, huge payroll. You go out and get Xander. You sign Tatis, Machado, Darvish, Snell, Musgrove. You got plenty of dudes, Soto. and you're sitting in fourth place. And I'll tell you what, you got the Reds tomorrow. I'm looking at the Reds tomorrow. I don't care. It's Ashcraft. Padres. Sell at the deadline. Restock your farm system. Do something else. It didn't work. It didn't work. Sometimes we're good. Sometimes we're crap. Maurice, I have a funny feeling about the Casey Royal game. It's for me with Cleveland. I don't love Cleveland. I said yesterday. I said I got to stop doing these betting on Cleveland here. They let me down 6 ways from Tuesday. Do I like run line instead of laying 150? Yes. Do I want to bet on Kansas City? I mean, they have 22 wins. As bad, everybody kills Oakland. They have 21 wins. You know, it's not like is it worth 120. I can't ever say it's worth taking a shot on Kansas City. Big wave, Gene at Sizzler today after the big Nats at Pirates win yesterday. Excellent. Today I'm riding Royals and Marlins play today. Cubbies money line with Kyle Hendricks. Who doesn't love Sizzler, big waves? I remember Sizzler back in the day. I'm looking for a Long John Silver's. I was trending on Twitter the other day. Scott, want another boost on a Red Sox Marlins game? Is the underplay? I would think maybe an underplay there, but what because I like the Reds pitchers pretty good. I like Luzardo, tough lefty. I don't know. It's come down since the overnight. It was 9. It's 8.5 now. I got no real opinion on it. Just show says, of course, I bet against Corbin yesterday. Oh, Jess, you laid the $2. Please tell me there's a run line. And even that was kind of tricky because the Seattle they're not good on the run line, Seattle. Right? We talked about that. The Nats are 20-10 on the run line. I was like, I couldn't pull the trigger on him. He had lost 9 straight run lines too, Corbin. Michael, Houston run line versus Wainwright. I don't hate Houston. It's Wainwright. You know how I feel about Wainwright and the Cardinals in general. Not liking them. Depending on the Anaheim game. Oh, no. Well, I get it. Like, you want to win first before you bet, but then what? Then you lose that one, you don't bet this one, it wins? Can't be perfect. No, you can't. You got to take a loss sometimes, Jess. I know you take only losses about 30% of the time with your 65% clip. T-Money, my gut saying today's a huge under day. Today's a day. Normally, like Thursdays, we got a couple short games, right? Not a big schedule. A lot of 4-game series this week. I mean, we got a full slate of action today. Full slate of action. And you look at under, but you look at some of these pitchers, you're thinking, oh boy, I mean, why can't we get an over here? Let's see what happens. I'm not fat. Should I skip Texas pitching? I said I would. I would do a Texas team total maybe. And Seager or no Seager, I think it still score some runs versus Tigers. But again, who's pitching? Olsen? Michael B's in the house. Davis is here. Paul, -195, first pick, Major League. Chris Paul plays baseball. Paul Simon, Paul McCartney. Les Paul. T-Money, how the heck are the Cubs total? 10. Only game I may be betting MLB, but that's way too high. Obviously, we have some wind in the forecast. That would be my thinking when we see a 10 spot in the in Cubby Town. No, I mean, let's see here. Wind. That's what usually pushes that over. Pound it. Astros best bet. Let's go. Fade Wainwright. Here he is. The little white multi-care van pulls up. Wainwright gets out. They escort him in. Otani over a hit runs ribbies today versus Lynn. I mean, I don't hate that. I think guy hits a home run his first at bat. You got it covered. Well, maybe not covered, but you're on your way. You'll be on your way with Otani here versus Lance Lynn. Michael took Giants money line. Again, I don't hate it. Marlins, again, don't hate it. They won 4 in a row. Boston's lost 4 straight. And the under in that game, huh? Patrick Corbin Burns. I mean, seriously. That's the way he's been pitching. SSG Landers 135 and LG Twin minus 160 for my guy Davis in KBO. If you are interested in KBO. Michael, you're right, Higgy. It seems like 8% of lineups have 3 guys in 230. I mean, 3 guys. I think there's probably more than 3 guys in these lineups. Back to the MLB draft. Someone said Skeens, the pitcher from LSU, number 1. I don't know. What about Cruz, the outfielder for them? It's saying here on MLB, Cruz, Skeens, Langford, Jenkins, and Clark. He's the best. Paul Skeens' best pitching prospect since Strasburg. 10 people think. Cole, Mark Pryor. Strasburg and Cole were number 1 picks in the draft. Strasburg. Michael, I thought all the rule changes were supposed to help the hitters. It's terrible. I mean, he just said, it was you, Michael, who just said you got guys hitting under 280. I just pulled up the Miami and Boston. So Miami's got a guy hitting 196 and 228. They're all right. And the Sox hit pretty well themselves too. They're not bad. Hernandez 227, Wong 226, Hamilton 133. But Casas plays sometimes he's 227. But I mean, you got a team like the Yanks where they'll have 7 guys hitting under that number. I mean, the Yankee lineup, even they somehow dropped 11 yesterday, and yet you have a lineup with a leadoff hitter, LeMahieu. The dude is hitting 226. He was like a lifetime 300 hitter before he got here. I mean, like he came to the Yanks. First year in the Yanks, 327. COVID, 364. Next year, 268, 261, 226. Terrible. So he's in 226 leadoff spot. Torres, 246. Rizzo, 268. Stanton, 197. Haters, 250. Donaldson, 139. 240 for IKF. 211. Higosha. Volpe, 208. I mean, terrible. And then Oakland, 179, 232, 236, 235, 187, 200, 201, 198, 260. That's their starting lineup. I mean, Minnesota we could run down. That terrible lineup. Miz, Tampa Bay over to 10. See, I kind of like the over with you there, Miz. Texas over to 9. Are they going to hit Olsen? Is Cody Bradford going to get beat up? I mean, I don't hate that because I think, you know what? I had Detroit yesterday. They get pummeled. They scored runs the first 2 games against them. I don't hate it. But, again, am I running to bet that one out of these? No. Toronto over. I'm not betting that over. Toronto's too up and down for me. Yankees under, yes. Mets under, yes. Team Sean, don't overthink it. My brother Jay's playing well, but the Giants are the better team. If Jay wins by 1 million, the Giants are a better team. Plus 130. Yeah, I don't hate it at plus 130. It's just a spot I don't want to play. It is. So I'm wrapping up a tough 2 weeks here, and I'm trying to get a graph. It's a winning day. It's a losing day. It's a small losing day. It's a break-even day. So I don't want to just come out and just force games to say I'm taking them. I got 2 games on the site. I put a couple more up here in the chat because I have free picks on the channels. But again, do I like it? Yeah. Do I want to bet it? If it wins, super. I'll know. You know what? All right, maybe my worm is turning here. I got some teams that I've liked. They're winning. I'll start betting them. You can't just bet everything thinking you're going to go 8-0 every day. Toronto over. Hope you didn't hurt your head banging against the wall last time. I mean, I was terrible with the freaking. Don't get me started, miss. I heard it so much I had to shave it this morning. Davis, Yokohama -7. 170, I should say. -7. 170. Davis just bet everything. Davis, obviously a multimillionaire, bets every fave across the board. Women's basketball in Belgium, soccer in Siberia, baseball in the Pacific Isles. Pound it. Padres are but Snell 6 innings, 2 hits, 210 Ks gets a loss. I mean, we had a guy here ran it up 6, 7, 8, 10 Ks and a win. Huge payday. They couldn't get a win. Oryx, Buffalo, minus 165. Snell and Otani need to be traded. I agree. Everyone will be on Padres today. Of course they are. Because they're the Padres, baby. They're awesome. J-Rock, Corbin the Beast. I think the Mariners just struck out again. He's not as bad as what he had been. Now, as I said yesterday, I'm like, I really can't come in on him there. Or the Nats, he had lost 9 straight run lines. So he's in a game, but you're still losing. And you're losing by 2. That's not a helpful spot. One Canadian knows another Canadian, Brian Andrews. Brian Adams is from Vancouver. Davis. Vegas Aces in WNBA tonight. Misses. Pencil Yankees to score 3 or less today. I agree. Found it sports and cards. Wait, I mean fan club, never in doubt. You got it done. Let's see. And I did some a box of wax from. Oh, I forgot what it was. I put on the Sean Higgs channel. Nothing. Just terrible cards in it. The only good one I got, and I sleeved this up. I got a nice Nolan Ryan, like in the suit. It's kind of nice. The Griffey Jr. O-Pee-Chee. I don't think I ever had this one. O-Pee-Chee Griffey. And I took a Pedro to like the gold leaf. Nothing. Terrible. The best part of it, I'm going to say, my baseball cards from 88 and 89. My stickers. Terrible, Ant. Terrible, terrible, terrible. What are you going to do? Big waves. Everyone should bunt and let the ball hit hand like Pirates yesterday. That was a great. I didn't watch that. What happened in big waves? Worked out for you? I didn't see any highlights of that. How's the surf? How's the surf in June in the Gulf? Davis, Philly minus 117. I like Philadelphia. Yes, I can get behind this one, Davis. J-Rock, only playing the Padres as pass or under. Well, I definitely got the under 8.5 there. I agree with. Steven, Red Sox money line, Pitt money line, San Fran money line, under 8.5 Yanks, over 10 zone, a 39-1. Again, I'm not going to hate this. The Sox have lost 4 straight. I don't love that, but I like the pitching matchup. I like Pittsburgh. Yes, San Fran. I agree with Yanks under. I'm going to add zone. I think we see runs 39-1. Winner, Steven. Winner. Davis says the Cleveland Guardians say with Bieber laying 140 against Greinke. I don't hate it. As I said, as much hate as the A's get, KC has one more win. 22 wins. Not a good club. Not good at all. Michael B. I might come back on the A's, get embarrassed like that. People think the Yanks are back. Yeah, exactly. And you're laying 190 with Clark Schmidt. Clark Schmidt laying 190. Who's pitching for the A's today? Eric Plunk taking the hill? Definitely an underplay. Davis, Toronto today with Chris Bassett. Him at home has not been bad. I don't hate it, but I kind of like the 130 the other way. It's just a no play for me. Tooch is in the house. Listen, me and Tooch and Pounded Sports Anthony will be doing a little football show starts coming up next month, or maybe in August on a football Friday. Be sure to check that out. Give them a follow. Give both guys a follow. I always mention Pounded Sports, but Tooch comes in. Got to say hello to the Tooch. Aaron Higgs, hope you're good. I'm down $3 the last 2 days, but I'm still positive. You're gonna have a losing day, and this is what makes separates you. You're gonna bounce back. All right, lose a third day in a row. It happens. It's fine. Can you ride a losing streak? Right, you're gonna lose a little bit. Peaks and valleys. It's not. I know the perception is that everybody wins 70%. Look at this. Not real. Steven, I think the A's, Pitt, and San Fran are all live. Would you put them all together and throw the under Yanks even parlay? Why wouldn't I take a bunch of dogs? Absolutely. I think they're all worth a shot. A's are off of getting shut down a perfect game. Pitt has just beaten the Padres again, and San Diego hasn't won all year. And I don't know if Bassett's injured or not. I mean, his road number's really bad. I don't know. Of course I'll take San Fran. And the Yankee under, I'll be adding. J-Rock, wins blowing out Wrigley. Had to be for a 10. Had to be. I don't know about that Angel total leaning under. Really? You don't think they hit Lance Lynn? Mike F. Thoughts on Ace Yankees here. Rubber game 340. Clark Schmidt is starting for the Yankees. Yeah, I got a Schmidt sighting. I don't know who's there for the A's. Obviously, I'm back on the under here, Mike. Under for sure. The Yanks are a fluke scoring 11 runs. That doesn't happen, even against bad Oakland team. But on the flip side, I'm worried because, like, you get a perfect game thrown against you. How do you come out the next day? You're embarrassed like that, right? I mean, I wanted. I might do Oakland in the under. I had Oakland in the under last time. I might do Oakland in the under today. Davis, Miami Marlins today with Luzardo. I like Luzardo since he was in Oakland A. Tamoose might go with Destroza and parlay the Padres and the Yanks for plus 131 odds. Good luck with that, man. I can't bet the. How are we betting the Padres? 180. They lost 4 in a row. Well, are they going to? Today's the day they break out and start winning. The win streak starts for them to get back into the playoff hunt. Astros, sure. Fade Wainwright all you want. Fade Wainwright. Houston, yes, Davis. Wainwright, I do not ever say no to that. St. Louis, that's the last place team nobody minds fading, but we want to jump on San Diego late at 180 on the road. Rockies money line, Giants money line. Giants before the Rockies, Reginald. I can't. The Rockies, I'm still down on them from last year. No thanks. Davis says Yankees. No. We're not taking the Yankees. No Yankee stuff. No Yankee stuff. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What do we got here? Miss says Otani, 1056 OPS versus Lynn. Well, I think a lot of guys have a high OPS this year versus Lynn. So I think it's worth that home run, hit run ribby over 1.5. So he's going to hit a homer, and you got to hit, you got to run in a ribby, and you doubled it up in one at bat. To Moose, probably Yanks with the White Sox plus 2.5 runs plus 110. I'd rather go that route. I mean, than Padres. I mean, even then, I want to fade the Yanks today, believe it or not. Steve, here in Chicago, we're supposed to be getting storms today. The Cubby game is at night too. It's a night game. I like a full Thursday when we get 4 game sets. Mike Higgs, what's your favorite baseball team to grow up having a favorite team? Yeah, Yankee guy. Yankee. Come on, Donnie Baseball and the Yankees. Yankee fan. You'll hear me, Mike. I bring up like the bad Yankee teams of Paul Zuvella, like those 90, like the lean years, like the 90, the 89, like 92, 93 Yanks were horrible. Don Slaught, Mark Salas. I mean, Kevin Moss was supposed to be the second coming. So I play Mike's out of park baseball, right? They don't, not that they promote my channel or anything like that. I'm giving them hype. It's a fun little game. You go back to like the 84 Yanks with like Winfield, Ricky, Donnie. Offense really good. And the pitching staff. Like, again, I was 10, 11, 12 years old, mid 80s. And like the summer, like buying guys like Joe Negro, Phil Negro, like Catfish, just bringing like Ron Guidry's pitch. Like it's a bunch of guys from like the 70s pitching for the Yanks, like 1980. And come on, man. They had a good offense. And the pitching was just atrocious. Again, like the 91 Yanks, Kamenicki. Who's that? Johnson? What was his name? Jim Johnson? Jerry Johnson? Oh, terrible. The kids. Lane, we're getting higgy with it. What do you say there, Lane? Good to see you. I should do an 87 and 91 Yankee video. Mrs. Tampa Bay will go over by the 6th inning or goes way under 4-3. I agree with that. I think I thought there would be runs last night with those 2 pitchers. We didn't get them. And you got 2 guys today. Should be runs plenty. Hitters Park, bad pitching. Why wouldn't there be? J-Rock, young Ribby. Yes, Castellano, Ribby versus the Cubbies. I don't hate it. He's having a nice season. I think he's right up there for a comeback player, although I need Belly. I'm done with Bellinger, by the way. No more next year, no more MVP or Bellinger. Tony Kemp to homer off Schmitty. Here we go. Tony Kemp. How about anybody else in that lineup? Where's this lineup? It was just before. And did you see? I went down the A's lineup, and I don't think there's a guy hitting over like 230. JJ Bleday in the lineup today. Seth Brown. I mean, do you fire on Rooker? How about our guy Ruiz for a steal today? That's the nice bet that we have here. Ruiz steals. Ms. Richards for Toronto has pitched good. Who's Richards? The bullpen guy? Freddie Freeman Ruby plus 115 from Lane Elliott. I'm not running into it, but it caught my eye. 115. The guy's having a great season. You're playing in Colorado versus a guy with a big ERA. I don't hate it, Lane. Billy Bats. I'm over here now, Billy Bats. Go get your shine box, Billy Bats. Nice good fellas reference there. Over 9 Padres, over 9 Royals, under 9 Angels, under 9 Marlins, over Mets. Billy, I'm against you. How do we go over the Padre game? They are a under machine on the season. Just a flat out. I'm not betting on them to start getting hits. So I will go see it. Now, tomorrow they're in Cincy. I got to look at an over in that game because Cincy will hit their bad pitching. Over 9 Royals. I mean, I'm down on Bieber. I think he's taking a step back, which is why I think Cleveland trades him. Greinke's at the tail end. I don't hate it. The Cleveland offense, they exploded yesterday. That's why I said, you know what? If you do that game, maybe a little run line. Under Angels, I can't do under Angels. I got the over for the chat here with Lynn and Sandoval. Under Marlins, I would agree with. I could do that one. Over Mets, I don't know, man. Scherzer's pitched a little better. Marlins. Milwaukee can't hit. I'm against you on those lists. Against you on the Mets and against you on the Angels totals. Michael, I really want to bet the Rays D-backs over, but 11 is a lot. It is a lot. That's why you don't have to bet it, Mike. That's why. There's 15 games. You don't have to bet every one of them. Steve took Verdugo and Ohtani total bases. I don't hate that one. I don't hate that. I like Verdugo. Finally, the kid's playing off dividends. I mean, he's a top Dodger prospect a couple years ago. Now he's starting to shine. Nathan, give me a fish game. You want the Marlins today with a little Jesus Luzardo? Deshae says, do the Mets get done today? I think they get it done, but I'm not getting it done at that price. Run line, Mets is what? Even money? That's where I'd go. I can't lay $2 with the Mets. How do you lay $2 with the Mets? Patton Sports, yesterday was the biggest trap. Everyone's on Seattle. It was always the Natties with that plus money. Yeah, Seattle. If you had Seattle, Anthony, they stole your bag, apparently. Yeah. They sold the bag? What do you say? Don't trust the Mets. I can't. Not at $2. I can't trust the Mets. I mean, even money, I'll take a shot at even money. $2? No. How about a Mets not to bet bottom 9 we can do? That's what I would do. Yes, way too inconsistent. Tooch, Nats 5 straight times scored in the first inning. The Yerfies for the Nationals tomorrow. Who do the Natties have tomorrow? Are they back home in Natty Town? Where are the Natties? Natties, where are you? Playing Philadelphia. In Philly. Interesting in Philly here. So we're going to have who's going after Corbin? Is that Josiah Gray tomorrow? We got a Gray versus a Sanchez sighting. I might take a little Nats tomorrow. They're going to be a short number, though, because Sanchez isn't going to be laying a lot. T-Money. These totals are juicy today. Under in the Rays is what I'm thinking. Yeah, 10's a lot. I expect runs. I'm not betting it, though. David says Mexico minus the 2 today. I guess that's soccer. Scott, Astros, Phillies, moneyline parlay. I don't hate the Stros against Wainwright. Phillies, again, I got them in the chat here, so obviously I like them. So go for it. Michael, hey, sports betting is an exact science. If it was, we'd all be living on an island somewhere. It is. And that's what separates like the everyday guy from a more of a grinder and a not quote unquote pro kind of person. Like you're going to lose some games. You know, are you going to be down? You got to, if you got to reload your account after you lose 2 days in a row, you're having fun. You're not making money. Steven, the wind isn't terrible, 8 to 10. Well, why is that total so high? What's happened here? Sports betting, Mr. Chalk's best bet. Mr. Chalk. Padres won. No, not the Padres. Red Sox, Mets, Guardians. Oh my goodness. So if you straight bet these the other way, you're going to go 2-2 and make a lot of money because two of these guys are big faves, and one's a medium-sized faves with Cleveland. Stop Geo Higgs. Take a quarter loss to cash out my Rangers. Run line that I grabbed last night while Gray was projected. No, you know what? Let it ride. Let it ride. They should still be able to hit. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, I say stick with it. Stick with it. Strohs minus money line minus 124. I don't hate it. Again, it's Wainwright in St. Louis. No one is running to bet St. Louis in last place, but we want to run a bet San Diego. Let's run a bet San Diego. Boba Shed hit prop. Hits, runs, ribbies, 2.5, 105. Usually it's over 1.5. Well, I mean, the guy's having a nice season here. Well, I mean, here's the thing with that. If I'm doing my props, and they haven't been good this year, I haven't posted it in a while. I'm looking for like plus 130s, 140s. Like I'm not. I know where that guy hasn't come in here since I criticized him talking about the Braves going back to 2012 versus the Twins. But that guy, he'll do these little parlays like this, and he'll put them in a par, and they hit because you're laying little things like this. Yeah, to me, I'm like, plus 105. A lot of things have to have plus 105. To me, is not worth it. I would look at the lineup and say, all right, hold on, I'm on the wrong day here. Where's the preview here for this lineup here? I'm looking, I would say, hey, let's find like Kirk or Varsho or Whitfield. I'm going to go down 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. Look for a ribby guy plus 140 more, 180, as opposed to 105. He's been so hot. I mean, he's an MVP kind of guy. Otani's having a great year. Look at Boba Fett's numbers. He's having a great season. 105 to me is not worth it. J-Rock, Rangers to bat and bottom 9, minus 120. I like it. Rangers no minus 120. Do it. I'll probably grab it myself in the real world out here. Wainwright's brutal. Time to take him. Yeah, they keep peeling him out. Again, what is this team doing? Are they going to trade Goldie to Philly? Are they going to trade Nola to the Astros? What else are you doing on this team? Davis, Louisiana Tech, football. No football today. King D, my man, how are you? Miz, more I think about it, I think a slugfest in Texas. Could be. Stop here. Attempt to go back to no hits by the Rangers in the first inning. If Olsen starts, he's not bad, Olsen. He's not bad. And if I knew I was going to get a switch, I would have took the 188 last night with him as opposed to 145 today. Miz, Texas 11-1 this year in day games. Again, it done for sure. I mean, they're having a nice season. They still need a pitcher, though. Steven, I still can't wrap my head around the 2001 Seattle Mariners won 160 games and can't go to series. It wasn't special because the Yanks were better. You win, here's what baseball, and we see it. And Cashman said the other day, it's like, well, we're built for, regular season, we can win games, and then it's a crapshoot in the playoffs. And that's the truth. It's not really a crapshoot, but the playoffs are different. Teams are built different in the playoffs. And Seattle team as good as was when you pound a bunch of bad guys. Hi, let's look at the Yankees last couple of years. You're pounding bad teams, and you get to playoffs, and you can't score runs. It's fine that you have 7 guys who hit 230 and could all hit 30 homers. That's great. Here comes the playoffs when the team that you're facing is a 95-plus win team, and they got 3 guys that throw 98 and could hit all different parts of the plate, and you're up there swinging and missing all over the joint. I mean, come on. The Yankees had a pretty good team. Had a pretty good run that Yankee team. And Seattle was good. Yeah, Buhner, uh, Ichiro, Edgar. I mean, like whoever. I mean, it was a good team. But I mean, look at some of the guys on this team. You kind of roll your head at that pitching staff. I mean, uh, I'm gonna have to look it up because I forgot the one guy's name. I want to say like Aaron Seeley maybe was like 21 or something. Where is there? Where are the stats on this team? Where are they? Where's the roster? Where is the roster? Here we go. Here we go with this roster. All right, so what is going on here? Why can't I find our 2001 team here? Come on. Oh, here we go. I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. So, I talk about like you're beating your bad teams. Here's this lineup: John Olerud, nice season. Brett Boone, super season, 37 homers, 141 ribbies. Mike Cameron, 25 homers out of the outfield. Ichiro about a 350. Edgar, 306, 23, 116. The bench, Mark McLemore at 286, 5 homers. Nice, excellent off the bench. 400 at bats, 5 homers, 57 ribbies, 39 stolen bases. Super. Stan Javier, 292. 208 at bats. Excellent. But here the pitching. Oh, it was Aaron Seeley was 15-5. Freddie Garcia is 16-6. Paul Abbott 17-4 with a 4.25. Jamie Moyer 20-6. John Halama. I mean, come on. Joel Pinero. Kaz Suzuki out of the bullpen. The guy had a 3-something ERA in the bullpen. This is where you lose games. You throw a guy out here. Now, Arthur Rhodes was a great setup guy. Suzuki, 69 games, 324. 60 games for Jose Paniga, 436. I mean, and here come the Yanks. Andy Pettit. That guy knows how to pitch in the postseason. And who are you taking, Kaz Suzuki or Mariano in the ninth? Mike Mussina beats Freddie Garcia. Jamie Moyer beats El Duque. They clubbed him. 14-3. Mariano with the win. 2 runs bottom of ninth versus Kaz Suzuki. There's your separate the men from the boys. And then Aaron Seeley gets mauled. 12-3. I mean, now, 25 runs to 22 runs. It was a close game. Trevor says the Padres stink. Davis says Minnesota Golden Gophers over Nebraska -8. Yes. Thursday Underdog Run Line report. Here we go. -563. Not paying off any dividends, the doggies today. 61% winners. Doesn't cut the butter because you're probably getting +1.5, -155 is probably across the board. FI Texas 32-13 over the last 50 against Detroit, 11-3 last 2 years. Makes sense. They've been bad, both teams. Not great pitching. Makes perfect sense. Why not an over today? I mean, you got Chad Bradford going. He's 100. I'm out of 80s Yankees offense is stacked. Talk about consistency at the plate. Donnie Baseball, Anderson Winfield, Willie Randolph. No. Well, you did. You had like a Paul Zuvella or Rafael Santana. They always had some terrible Bobby Meacham at shortstop. Mike Pagurillo was good for 230 and 27 homers. But Ricky, Donnie, and Dave Winfield, man, look at those numbers for those mid-80 teams. Crazy. King D, Thursday Underdog straight up. 41-66. Where are the dogs going? On the weekends? Right? Fridays? Liberty in WNBA, -12. From Davis. King D, Goodfellas and the Irishman, I can binge watch all day. Classics. I didn't like the Irishman. Sean, You say you're done with Belly, but April comes around, you're going to be talking about them. No, no more Bellingers. No. Stop, Gio. Mets in regular. There you go. Mets no batting. 135. Take it, Gio. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to, so it's minus 135, and Texas was minus 120. Much better. Much better numbers. I should really probably, and again, I said this the other day, because I just really put sides and totals in here, not really team totals or strikeouts, or I do put player props in, but I should really move to. I don't like doing something like midseason by switching up the picks. Like last year, all the picks were sides and totals, basically in the record. It was a winning season. This year, side and totals, they're losing. So I don't want to switch it up for the second half and all of a sudden run it off and be like, well, look at us, we had a great year, but it's not a. It's a different kind of side than a regular side. Davis, LSU today. Why not? Looks like they got the first 2 picks in the draft. They look like they're pretty good. Steven, that's in score first on Tuesday, allowed 2 runs. Your has hit 5 straight. Well, still 5 straight Yerfies. Trevor, who's your hunch tonight? It's not. I don't have any hunches. I kind of like games, but today I would lean here with Pitt early. First 5 full game under, definitely under Pitt, under Yanks. I mean, I want to say, if you want to say like a hunch, like, do I want to bet it? Oakland A's after getting a perfect game tossed against them? 72 Impala's making money. You make money 7 days a week, 72 Impala? Come on, fella. You don't got to lie. You don't got to come in and lie, because that's not the case. People don't make money every day. It's tough. You have good runs. I get it. I've had good runs. I mean, I've been doing this for 30 years, so I've made more than I lost. Picks from Dave says, not the Padres. Just say no to the Padres, Dave. Why are they 1-8? I get they're the Pirates, but San Diego has not shown anything this season. Miz, and listen, follow Picks for Dave. Guy's gonna have his own show coming pretty soon. Not on this channel, but another channel, and I'll support him, and you should too. Miz, seen a Bradford pitch for Texas, not too good. Detroit with a shot. The kid for Detroit's not too terrible. Kid Olsen. He's young. Detroit will mess him up. He'll be on the injured list with everybody else on that team. Casey Mize, Scooble, Banning. Everybody gets hurt on Turnbull. The whole team, a bunch of pitchers get hurt. Davis says Arizona tonight. I don't hate the D-backs today with B Fatty on the hill. I mean, it's disappointments this year. San Diego, Seattle, Mets, Toronto. For sure. Definitely for sure. And I don't want to throw Houston into that category because they've had some injuries. But they're still, they're in second place, third place, whatever they are. But yes. And that's number 7 in batting. Yeah. I mean, for a team that's considered like a horrendous team, there you go. Sneaky. Astros first 5 minus, they have his even money. I don't hate it. It's Wainwright. I'll always say yes to fading Wainwright. Robert. Welcome, Robert. Good to see you. What's up? I got the Blue Jays no bottom of the 9th and Astros money line. I don't hate that. As much as I think the Blue Jays are an up and down kind of squad, and I sort of want to lean to the Giants, I could see Toronto winning today. No bottom 9. Super. You get out of the 150. You bring that down. Understood. They got to win yesterday. Maybe they find a little footing. I don't hate it. And of course, the Astros. How many times I've been saying don't bet on Wainwright in St. Louis since March. Miz, can't believe Dodgers were 2.5 run line yesterday to Colorado. Yeah. With Grove. That guy's been awful. Ricketts, 2001 Mariners didn't have the pitching to make the run. It's okay to beat regular season. Sure, you can beat up teams during the regular season. Playoffs come. That team across stream is going to be pretty good. And really, you're facing the Yankees. Out of all teams you got faced, the Yankees, a team whose record you just broke, you don't think those guys are like, yeah, no, he ain't better than this fella. Best team ever. No, not the Yankees are the best team ever. And do I think that team is the best team ever, 98? No. I didn't think that was the best team in that decade for them. You know what I'm saying? But got to win a championship. Championship crown has to be taken if you're the best team ever. Best record ever. Like, exactly. Yankees had a lineup where they had 3 or 4 guys bashing 25-40. They had to split against Astros pitching in playoffs and get waxed. Yeah. Even, they barely got by Cleveland. Ricketts, Paul Abbott, Freddie Garcia, John Halama. This is crazy. Jamie Moyer, Aaron Sewell was in the bullpen. Jeff Nelson was the unsung hero of the Mariners team. Yeah. And he came. Well, they took him after the Yanks, spent him up. Yes, it is. I got to get out of here. Bet win repeat coming up. At the end of the day, Yankee stars were just a better period. Nelson and Rose were best arms. Nelson left Seattle and joined the Yankees. Did he leave after that series or before? No. Was it after that series he came to the Yanks? Who did before? That's right. They had Wetland, Mariano, and Ramiro Mendoza for those first runs. Where was the Graham Lloyd era? Graham Lloyd came over from the Brewers. I like Graham Lloyd. Any PGS run on. I'm not a PGA guy, Brandon. No golf, tennis, not. I don't bet it. I don't pretend to think I know it. I'm sorry. People in the chat sometimes put PGA out. Steven, Pitts in a rain delay. Wonderful. There goes that bet. That's a loser. That's 0 for 3 now. Anytime there's a rain delay, it's bad luck. Text line dropped 8.5. I don't get it. Maybe no Seager. Probably a day off. 4-game series. Pull them out. Right? They played the Yanks. 4 straight versus Detroit. Nah, I don't mind a rest day. Who's Texas got up next? Houston's coming to town. So they push back Ray to tomorrow. They give Seager a day off. Here come the Stros. I don't disagree with the decision here. Fernando Mendoza, Mexico money line and over to 2.5 Mexico halftime results for soccer. Here's some soccer for the soccer fans from Fernando. Ricketts, anyone else just think the over is where to go with the Tigers in Texas? That's it. If you got to think about it, don't bet it. Don't bet it just to bet it. Liz, call me a sucker taking Tampa over 10 and over. I mean, I like the Tampa over. Best team 21, the Marlins. Absolutely. They won it all. They won it all. Colo money line? What is this? Big way. Who else is taking other bettors' money on bet openly? Easy money. What is that? Bet openly. Fernando, Qatar game under 2.5. Qatar. I have a listener in Qatar, Fernando. So you know what? My Qatar podcast listeners, here you go. Under Qatar 2.5. Let's go. Lock it in right now. It's a winner. All right. I got bet win repeat with Jesse Shule coming up in 5 minutes. So I will, if you're go to bet win repeat, awesome. Otherwise, look at lines tonight. Steven, World Series winner was the Diamondbacks. Marlins won in 04. Was it? Oh, 04 was the Marlins. That's right. That's right. Good call there. Bringing it back. Excellent. Yes, it was. Mariano gets beat up in the bottom of the ninth. 2003, what is he? Marlins. I got no time to think about going back to Yanks beat the Mets, lost to the Marlins. 02. Angels over Giants. Was that 02? Troy Glaus? 04 was the Sox? 05 was the Sox, I thought. Anyway, I'm out of here. I got to go do another show. See everybody tonight.